Hi, my name is Jason Horton, and I'm your child's American history teacher this school year. And welcome to Open House. Um, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself as a teacher, and a little bit about the class content, and then orient you to the page that you're seeing in the background, the Canvas page. So it's going to be really important for hopefully for you to kind of be able to understand and navigate, and for sure your student to be able to do that. So I am it's my 16th year teaching. I was a middle school teacher for a while, for about 12 years, sixth grade for a couple of years, and then I spent 10 years at Culbreth, and they were amazing. I really enjoyed my time there. And now that I've been at the high school level, really enjoying that as well. So Carver is it's just a neat place. When I was at Culbreth, students would come back and tell me how awesome Carver is. So I'm really glad to be here. As far as and I also want to mention, so I'm a parent too. So I am somewhat in your shoes. I've got a fourth grader at FBG in the dual language program, an eighth grader at Culbreth, and then a junior here at Carborough. So I'm inundated with weekly phone calls also. So for the class, this is a brand new class, and this is and kind of taking the place of American One plus American Two, and kind of merging it into one school year. So our school year, our content has started in at the end of what's called the French and Indian War, sort of the beginning of the American Revolution, and then we're going to carry that information forward and learn about the story of the country through and including 21st century. So that's where we'll head. We'll try to focus as much as we can on research, analysis, argumentation. So in providing opportunity and space for kids to work on skills of history in addition to the content in the background. So that's a little bit about the myself and the course. I'll talk to you for just a second about this page. So this is our Canvas page, and if you ever need to get in touch with me, strongly encourage you to do so. If you have a question or concern, here on the About Your Teacher, that has links to my email, has links. There's a Google Voice number if you prefer to text, and there's certainly the school email with school phone number with my extension. That's there. Class resources, if there are digital textbooks, that's what's linked there. We don't have a hard copy textbook for this course, so there's digital textbook, other resources that we use consistently. Those are linked there. So the place that your student is going to go the most is this link here, or this space there, the learning modules. So before I click on that, I want to show you two other things. Over here on the left, the links, these blue links, those are kind of how you or your student can navigate the page. There's another link to modules. Grades shows just their grades. And what I'm showing you is the student view of the class, not my view, but this is, so if your student's view doesn't look just like this, remember this is sort of the teacher view of the student view. So since this is a blended course, we have students who are working on standard level work and students who are working on honors level work in the same class. So if you look over here on the to-do list and it looks a little bit different than your students when you look at Canvas, that's okay. If of course, if you have a question, please contact me. Okay, I just want to show you before we wrap up the modules. All right, so each week is a module. There's an agenda per week, and as a course, we're going to meet 3 times. It's 5 days a week, and so there's one day, the schedule, one day in which we see everybody, and then we'll see your student 2 more times during the week. So all 3 on the agenda, all 3 days have notes linked there with what happened during that day. So if they're ever absent, things come up, right? Family things, unfortunately, maybe trying to think of a good example, and all I keep thinking of is funeral, which is terrible. Wedding. There's a wedding. There's a family trip coming up. Those are fun things, and I hope you get to enjoy those during this course of the year. So sorry, I got a little distracted there. So click on the agenda, and that tells you where we've been for the week. And here are assignments. So and plus here, this is the unit that we're working on. So this current unit encompasses the American Revolution, the founding of the U.S. government, and then all the way up through and including the War of 1812. So we have a few more days here in this unit. But I just want to show this to you and kind of how it's laid out. And so if you needed to double check something from a couple weeks ago or kind of orient yourself as far as where the notes are, that kind of stuff, those are linked on the agenda page. And I'm happy to just email you kind of if you have a question, you can email me and then I can send you the slides directly. So talked, I think, about everything I wanted to talk about. Really enjoy history. I'm really enjoying being back in the building, and I'm really enjoying working with your students. So if anything comes up, please reach out and let me know how I can help. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Hope you have a good evening.